In this video covering India's major new step towards the controlling industrial pollution through a carbon market, we will also look at the government's 7-point strategies to boost the economy and global report that's sounding an alarm on rising debate, and we will celebrate 10 years of a mission that has transformed India's digitally. Hello and welcome to your daily dose of current affairs. We have some significant updates you need to know about. India's digital economy now contributed over 11% to our national income and is on track to exceed 13% soon. According to a recent report, India is now the third largest digital economy in the world. The Digital India mission, launched in 2015, has completed 10 years. This mission aimed to transform India into a digitally empowered society, and its achievements are remarkable. Let's look into the highlights. Connectivity. The internet connections have skyrocketed from 25 crore in 2014 to nearly 97 crore in 2024. Digital payments. Most visible success story in the digital finance. You have probably used a UPI. Well, you are not alone. In 2023, India accounted for an astonishing 49%. That's nearly a half of all global real-time digital payments. This revolution, led by UPI, has made a transaction instant, easy and accessible to everyone. This isn't just about a convenience, it's also about a transparency. The Aadhaar-enabled direct benefit transfer (DBT) system ensures that government welfare payments go directly into the bank accounts of the intended beneficiaries. This has plugged a leak and eliminated corruptions and saving the government an incredible 3.48 lakhs crores. The mission has paved the way for ambitious projects like the India's AI mission and the India's semiconductor mission, pushing for a self-reliance and strategic technologies. The Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change has released a new draft rule for a carbon credit trading scheme or CCTS. So what does this mean in simple terms? The government is setting a legally binding emission target for over 400 major industrial units sectors like aluminium, iron, steel and petroleum refining. The target is based on their greenhouse gas emissions intensity, basically how much CO2 or carbon dioxide they emit for each unit of product they make. And here is the how market works. If a company pollutes less than its target, it earns a carbon credit certificate. Then they can sell this certificate to another company that has polluted more than its target. This system puts a price on pollution and encourages industries to become cleaner and more efficient. And for those who fails to comply, they will face financial penalties under the Environmental Act 1986. This entire mechanism is a crucial step for India to meet international climate commitments like those under the Paris Agreement. Moving to the economy, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has proposed a 7-point strategy to bring more private investment into a sustainable development. This was announced at 4th International Conference on Financing for Development organized by United Nations in Spain. The goal is to mobilize the private capital for crucial projects. The strategy focuses on few key areas. First one is strong domestic financial market. Strengthen the banking system and deepen the capital markets into a finance infrastructure and industry. The second one is address the perceived risk through institutional reforms, establishing independent regulators, implementing the transparent bidding process and improving the ease of doing businesses. Third one is create a scale in investment opportunities, establish a well-prepared, de-risked and the investment-ready project pipeline. And fourth one is scale up the blended finance, leverage public and concessional finance to de-risk the private investment and use innovative tools like sovereign green bonds, impact investment instruments, etc. Enabling a role of multilateral development banks and development finance institutions. And finally, unlocking capital at grassroots level that support the micro, small or medium enterprises. Why is this so important? A UN report estimates there an annual investment gap of $2.5 trillion in crucial sectors like education, health, and climate actions. These strategies aim to use a private capital as a powerful force to help close that gap. And speaking of the economy, the Reserve Bank of India has released its latest financial stability report, and the outlook is largely positive. The report highlights that an Indian economy remains a key driver of global growth, projected to grow at 6.5% this year, and our banks are in a very good and strong position, with the bad loans or NPAs at a multi-decade low. And on the implementation front, consumer price inflation has dropped to a 6-year low. However, the RBI also points to some challenges. The global environment is uncertain, with a risk from trade tensions and geopolitical conflicts, and including the climate-related shocks that could impact our economy. On a more domestic note, the Ministry of Statistics has released the National Indicator Framework Progress Report, which tracks how India is doing on UN's Sustainable Development Goals. There is some great news here. India has made a significant progress in several areas, such as increasing rural access to safe drinking water, boosting the share of renewable energy in our power generation, and dramatically improving the percentage of waste that is proposed or processed. However, the report also highlights areas that need more attention, including a rise in road accident fatalities and an increase in the adolescents' birth rate. And that's all for the today's news. We hope you found this session informative. If you did, please hit the like button, share this video with others, and subscribe to our channel for daily updates. Thank you for watching.